Hi guys, Base here. Welcome to the October 2013 anime pickups. This is the pickups I got for the second half of October. I had a couple of other things still on the way, but two of them are just re-pickups, essentially just smaller versions of what I sold off. One of them is brand new, but it can be saved for the next pickup video because I'm not expecting it for at least a week. So anyway, yeah, this is Eureka 7 AO Astral Ocean. This is a complete series. I've got both volumes in here, or both parts. This came out in August, part 1 with the box, limited edition box, which I have some issues with, which I'll go into in a second. But yeah, I basically waited. Eureka 7 is like one of my absolute favourite series ever, the original series. I absolutely love it, and while I wasn't as quite hyped for this season because I know that it's not quite the same, like, I don't really want to go into it for those who don't know, and it's complicated and stuff, but it is different. But I am really enjoying it. It finally has made... There's plot points that have finally made it really interesting and worth watching, and I'm really enjoying it and plan to actually finish it today if I can continue the marathon. Hopefully. But yeah, my problem with the box, which came out in August, second part only just came out in October, which is why I bought them together. But the box says part 1 on it, all over it. Part 1, part 1, part 1, and part 1. This isn't a huge deal, but it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, if you're going to put out a box that's going to house both seasons, or both parts, I mean, then why put part 1 all over the box? It doesn't... Like, it's going to hold both, so why not just have the logo as is, just without the part 1? Like, it's not a big deal, but it is not needed, so it's against logic, so in some ways it is kind of a deal, like a reasonable deal at least. It's like... That shouldn't happen. Like, it's not. There's no reason for it to say part 1. And even more puzzling is the fact that the actual part 1 has no part 1 branding on it at all. So basically, in my opinion, they've done it the wrong way round. In that the box should obviously not have part 1, and the discs should. But whatever, it's a really good series. I'm enjoying it, as I said, and it's is it the sequel that I wanted? Perhaps not, but I knew that. I've known it for a long time. Known for a long time it isn't. It's not a surprise to me. But it is really good, and it's just, I like those type of shows that Bones do a lot, and it is living up to just about enough of that to make it a very good watch, regardless of the Eureka 7 stuff. Next up is a trade I did. I traded off a series in the art box called Licensed by Royalty. That was a difficult trade to make because there is no other release of that show. Like, the only way you can own it is in the art box. It hasn't been released in any other format, at least in America. I'm not sure if it got another release somewhere else in the world in English, so I might track that down one day. But I watched Licensed by Royalty, and I wasn't exactly blown away by it. And yeah, I was selling some of my older releases off to someone else, to a guy on eBay or whatever, and he was selling some stuff, and he said he wanted Licensed by Royalty. I wanted Blue Gender, so we just did a complete trade. So yeah, this is Blue Gender in the it's like a hard book type thing. It's really cool. It's got all the discs in there. Let's have a look, shall we? So you open it like that, you unclip it, and it's got all 8 discs, 6, 7, 8, and the movie. Try and get the glare off, so there's the movie. So yeah, I thought that was a good deal. It's essentially a straight trade. Licensed by Royalty isn't a rare show, so yeah, I really wanted to see Blue Gender, and I didn't really think too much of Licensed by Royalty. It was really perplexing in places and kind of confusing and not very good. So I'm hoping Blue Gender is going to be better. I'm almost certain I'll enjoy Blue Gender more. So that was a worthwhile pickup for me. Next up I got One Piece Season 5 Voyage 3. This takes us up to episode 299. So I believe the next volume will finish Enies Lobby, so it'll be a 4 voyages for Enies Lobby, and then I think the rest of Season 5 will be some stuff I won't talk about because it's kind of spoilerish, I don't want to whatever, but then there's a filler arc. So I imagine that'll be the rest of season 5. So it should be 5 voyages for season 5. Kind of makes sense. And then hopefully we'll get some news on them releasing more episodes of One Piece. They've got there quite quick. They're only 37 episodes away, guys, from filling their quota. So I suppose actually, when I think about it, there will be at least 3 more voyages. But that's it, 3 more voyages, and that's all of One Piece that Funimation currently have of the TV series. They've got the Strong World coming out, but yeah, the TV series, that's all they've currently got. So we should get an announcement, I would hope, pretty soon, because I don't like the idea of them holding off for ages like they did before. Because the gap between episode 205 and the continuation, basically the gap between season 3 and season 4 on DVD was huge. It was like 18 months or something. So I really hope they don't put anyone through that again. One Piece has really gained steam, especially after the collection releases. So I'm hoping they'll. I could see there being a small gap, maybe 4 months or something. But then I hope they really get back into it, because yeah, I really want to own all of One Piece on DVD, or at least the first 500 episodes. New World is kind of, I've heard, hit and miss, and well, obviously I'd still prefer to own it. If it never happens, it never happens, but I'm sure it will. So yeah, I'm hoping for more updates on that. But anyway, yeah, I picked up the latest voyage of Enies Lobby, which I'm currently falling behind on the One Piece dub. I've just watched so much One Piece this year. Like, I've seen about 250 episodes of One Piece this year. It's not, yeah, 250 episodes, guys. I'm not in the mood for watching more One Piece right now, especially stuff I've already seen. But I will eventually, because Enies Lobby and the dub are both things I love. Okay, next up I got these 2 releases from Sentai Filmworks, which I'm really happy to pick up because I got these at a great price. This is Tale of Memories and Tale of Melodies, the F series. I don't know if that's how you say it, EFF, if it's got some weird pronunciation. I have no idea, but yeah, basically those 2. I got them for only £22 for both, and they were brand new and sealed. Unfortunately, both cases have minor damage on them, but it's not really a big issue. Like, everything else is in perfect condition. So I want to replace the cases, I can, but they're not in massively broken condition anyway, so it's not an issue for me. But yeah, both for only £22, considering it would cost me anywhere between 25 and 30 for one. Like, just for one of them on their own, that it was essentially a buy one get one free deal. I was very happy to pick these up on eBay. Great price, and I've heard reasonable things. I've heard it's a really good romance show, assuming it's romance. I read the synopsis, I'm pretty sure what it is on the back. But I think it may compare to something similar to Clannad. Like, it might even be a key show. Like, the designs of the characters, as you can see, are quite similar. So I think it might be along those sort of lines, that sort of show, like a visual novel adaptation sort of thing. So yeah, I will eventually watch that. So it's cool to have it on Blu-ray and dubbed and everything. That's great. Okay, the next 4 things I'm going to be showing off are all just replacements for what I already had in my collection. First up is Grenadier, the complete collection. This is the Lightbox release. I still own the art box, so I'm currently on the verge of selling it at some point to Rock God Itachi, if he wants it for definite. So yeah, that will be a sale. So I went and replaced it while I could. I've actually owned this release before, and then I eventually bought the art box, and now I'm selling the art box and rebought this release. So yeah, but anyway. Yeah, it's a complete release of Grenadier. It's a pretty good show. I like it. There's some parts about it I really like. It's etchy. There's lots of gunplay in it, and the way she reloads bullets is B-movie type awesomeness. It's it's etchy, but it makes me laugh. It's really crazy. Okay, next up I got Tenchi in Tokyo, and Tenchi Moyo, Tenchi in Tokyo. I've not seen any Tenchi, and I had the 8-volume Pioneer release, and I sold that off, and I luckily got the exact same price it cost me to buy this one, so it didn't cost me anything to replace, which is nice. So yeah, this is the complete re-release by Funimation. It's over 4 discs, obviously the other one was 8 discs, but it's only 4 discs for 26 episodes. It should be alright. The bitrate would have been nicer on the other ones, but I'm happy with what's in this release anyway. I want to get the rest of the Tenchi stuff, but I don't know when to do it. Like, the Tenchi Universe stuff. Well, there's actually a show called Tenchi Universe, but basically the whole Tenchi thing is kind of like confusing because a lot of it's just retellings of like the original OVAs, and then there's like a couple of spin-offs, and it kind of gets all into this mess. As like, I don't know. I'll probably just end up buying the Blu-ray OVAs and then watching those as a starting off point, and then eventually getting into the rest. But yeah, I replaced Tenchi in Tokyo because it was something I used to own or owned about a week ago, and now I've replaced it. Anyway, and another replacement I made for the art box release of this show, Pray Tier. I actually watched the art box release before selling it because I had never watched it, so I made sure I'm not going to buy this a couple of years ago and not watch it before selling it. So I watched it, sold it, and I ended up liking it quite a bit, but I sold it anyway and bought this version, which is the Finpack version. So instead of 4 volumes and an art box, I've got 3 discs and an art box of sorts, and it basically only takes up 2 DVDs worth of space on a shelf. Those two, that one and the 2 art box sides, so it works out, and it's a good show, this, actually, Pray Tier. It's not amazing or anything, but I don't know, for 5 hours of entertainment I rather enjoyed it. So Pray Tier is worth seeing if you guys ever see it around. Funimation did relicense it as an ADV rescue, but they announced that like 2 years ago and they still haven't released it, so I decided to just get the Finpack from ADV because I saw it going. So, and the final thing I picked up is Sayuki. Stupid cat just come through the door. So the final thing I picked up is Sayuki. This is all 50 episodes, season 1, season 2, and a 10-disc set re-release. Yes, Dylan. This is a very nice re-release. I used to own 12 episodes in the art box, you guys might remember. Not 12 episodes, 12 volumes in the art box. And it was... God, this cat's really sent my brain going crazy. I didn't really like this show very much, but I don't know, there was something deep down inside of me that wanted to like this show. Like, even though I watched it and pretty much hated it, like I thought it was bad. So, what I should have done when selling the art boxes was not buy it again. But I essentially thought, well, since I was able to sell the art boxes for the price it would cost me to buy this release of Sayuki, which is the one that came out earlier this year, so it's essentially a slipcover. And you've got season 1, season 2. I quite like the packaging for this release a lot. So I like the fact that one side's red with red discs and one side's black on red. I mean red on black with black discs. It's cool. But yeah, you'd think I wouldn't actually replace a show in my collection that I didn't like very much, but part of me wants to like Sayuki quite a bit. Like, it seems like the sort of show that I would love, but it was just not very interesting. But yeah, whatever. I replaced it because it didn't cost me anything to replace once I'd sold the other release. And you know, it's 50 episodes. It only takes up 2 DVDs, so on this shelf. So I thought that was a good deal. And that's everything I picked up. I mean, there are other things, but they're not coming for a while. So yeah, that's everything. Hope this pickups video didn't bore you. I went on a little bit. So yeah, I apologise for that. I'm gonna go. The cat coming in really sent my whole brain astray. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.